Hello, welcome back. Today, I finally put on some stilettos. I haven't had them on in a while and I have been like missing them. So I put some stilettos on. These ones are the medium stiletto from the Painted Desert. I really like them. And then the color on top is Chloe from Sundara Nails, in case anybody cares. It will be linked in the description box. All right, so today I'm going to attempt the like a 3D shell, like a 3D shell nails, the ones that have been like everywhere. So I played around with using this decal, but like using the decal instead of painting underneath or seeing what painting underneath would look like, and then just put some 3D gel on top. And I feel like that turned out pretty cute, but I am undecided if I'm going to do a flower or like a starfish or the shell. I just kind of have to see where it takes me. So that is that. I'm going to be using these colors from Madame Glam. The shell I want to do is like a orange shell, orange brownish. So the three colors are Sunset in Hawaii, Spiced Cider, and Glam Volcano. So I'm kind of going to use these. I think I'm going to mix these two together to get like the orange I want. So yeah, there's those colors. Then I'm undecided if I'm going to like put this cat eye over top of it because it just is like a silver cat eye and it just pulls silver. It's like a clear with silver. So undecided if I'm going to throw that in the mix or not yet. And then of course I have the Madame Glam base and top coat that I'm going to use as well. And then I have this clear non-sticky builder gel. It's 30 ml. There's a lot in there. It's a little foggy because I've used it to like apply my tips and stuff. But I'm going to use this for my flower or shell or whatever. And then I also brought into the mix this Aurora top coat that I may throw on there as well somewhere. So I hadn't really officially decided what I'm going to do, but first I know that I'm going to start with some peel base. So I'm going to use peely base on top of my tips, and I'm going to go ahead and get that on, and I'm going to put my nails in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I will be back. Alright, so we have the peel base on. I like to put the base coat on top of it and then pretty much figure out where I'm going from there. I kind of have a little bit of an idea, but I don't really know all the way yet. Just gonna kind of flow with it and see what I want to do. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the base coat on, and then we're gonna hop into doing whatever is going to be happening. Alright, so we've got the base coat on, and I'm gonna put like a little dab of the three colors because I'm like having a hard time deciding what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I've got the three colors that I kind of wanted to use, so we'll see how they all look out. Alright, so those are the three colors that I want to use. So I mixed these two to get like a darker one, but I don't know if I want to mix them like that. I might just mix them on the shell and then just use the darker one. Decisions. Let me see what they look like mixed again. Get a little silicone tool and then just kind of like tones the color down a little bit, I think. Takes it from being so bright. To like more of like a muted color. I think I might just go with this color. And just put that on the nail and then just use that one to mix in when I do the shell. That's what I think I'm going to do. Got my lint-free wipe. Alright, so we're going to put that off to the side. I'm going to use this color. This one is Spiced Cider. And I'm going to put this one, I'm going to use my little Boulder gel station because it's very, very convenient. And I am going to, or should I use the lighter color? I think I'm going to use the bright orange. I lied. I think I'm going to use this bright orange. I don't know what my dog is barking at. I'm going to use the bright orange, which is Sunset in Hawaii. Alright, so I've got the orange on those two. For this one, I think that I wanted to do the other one that I mixed up, I think, because I put some of this color on there, which is just like a nude on the palette to do like for the under the seashell, but I think I'm actually gonna do white. And then like maybe see about mixing like the tiniest bit, you know, of like this one into the white to give me like that seashell color, because it's like more orange. I think that's the color that I'm gonna go with like for this now. So I gotta get more white on there. I just wasn't sure. I don't want to have to like go back and remix it once I get the color that I like. Because I still want it to be like the same type of color. I guess if that makes sense, I'm going to put this on this one, I think, to go like behind. Let's see what mixed with this orange is real quick. Because I might save that one for the shell itself. Just cleaning that off. See if I just mix it with the orange. Oh, that gives me a really pretty color too. I think I'm going to use that one for behind. Put like this smallest extra bit. Just to make it a little darker. So it stays like the same type of shade. Maybe this side's like more pointy. I think I'm gonna use that one for behind the shell on this now. Yeah. so now I'll just get one of my brushes. We'll just use this one because why not? Use my little finger rest I got waiting right here. And then just paint. Alright, I made some more while that was curing, so I'm just going to put a second layer of this one on top. Now, I think I'm going to do white on this last one. Oh my goodness, look at that. Cut that off. All right. So now that's settled, and I'm just going to do the white, because I think I'm going to do white on this one. Take number 2. White polish. Don't cure. So I am going to start with this mixture color that I made. Kind of like how that's looking. A little bit darker, but I'm going to mix it with a little bit of this lighter color. this so far. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. Let's just hope we can get like a straight line this time. Straight enough. Alright, I'm gonna cure that. And here's how it turned out. I think it looks okay. I just gotta clean up like the edges and whatnot, but I think that looks okay. Now we're gonna try it again on a thumb. Alright, so here we go. We are going to put the white layer on and not cure it. I don't know what is with me and polish everywhere today. Alright. So, here we go. I'm going to take this mixture color. Alright, so we have that done, and we have that done. Now I'm gonna draw the flower on here, and then I'm gonna put the 3D on top of it. I'm gonna see if that helps it be better. here we are. I'm going to try to make that look better with some of this. But I think I'm going to top coat first and then do that. So before I do that, I actually want to see if this cat eye looks okay on these ones. I actually don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna top coat so that we can do all the 3D stuff on top. Alright, so I've got my top coat on. Oh wow. And I'm gonna use this to do my shells. And I have some pearls and stars and all that. So I just squirted some on the palette. Alright, the kids woke up at this point, so I had to switch to voiceover. Kind of wanted to explain what I'm doing right here. So I'm really not wanting to touch the gel with my fingers, and I was like, man, this is really hard to not do, and I really don't want to put a glove on. So I scooped it out, and eventually I'm rolling it out so that I can get like even size, because I want to do like 4 points like on the flower that I drew. So I went ahead and I got a finger cot, and I just put it on the one finger because that's all I need is just the one. I should have put one on my thumb so that I could have rolled them up a little bit better. But all I'm doing is I'm taking them as I get them into a nice ball shape, and I'm just putting them on my nail. And I'm going to form them on my nail once I get 4 of them. Now, I do my best to not touch the gel because you really don't want to touch any gel with your hand, and you should be wearing a glove. Like, I should have put a finger cot just on my thumb as well, just to prevent touching it at all. But at the end of the day, I got them all on there without touching them for the most part, so I was pretty happy with that. And now I'm going to take my silicone tool, and I'm basically just going to like press all the flowers into shape. And my slip solution that I like to use with the non-sticky builder gel is just alcohol. I either use 70% or 90%. It really just depends. I've been using 70% and it works just fine for me. So it's really whatever you want to use. The higher the percent, the quicker the alcohol dries. So, I mean, I use 70% because it gives me a little bit more of a slip when I'm working with the non-sticky builder gel. So basically all I'm doing here is I'm just forming the flower, the 3D gel to the flower that I drew. I saw Nails Cat do this on Instagram like yesterday or the day before recording this and doing this video. So I was like, I'm going to try to see if I can do that and it looked better. Kind of like the shell I showed in the beginning, but I didn't want to use a shell. I decided that shell was just a little bit too big, plus I did the shell on the other nail. So I was like, let me just try this flower. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't love it, and it's not like my best work. I've done a better flower, but this was a new technique for me, and I do think that it's gonna get better with time. I mean, I just literally have to practice, but I think that it turned out really great. And I mean, I love how they turned out because I mean, it's like I've been wanting to try like lots of new things, and this is one of the things that I saw that I've just been wanting to do. The shell nails with the 3D flowers. I have been so obsessed. On my Pinterest board, there are so many saved that it's just like silly at this point, because like I take inspo from like 30 different pictures and then I'll do my own version of it, kind of like the picture I showed in the beginning. I liked the setup of that, but I don't end up doing the same thing. I just used it as inspo. So, I mean, I like to take ideas that I see, give the person credit still, even if I don't copy it. I try to make sure to give the person credit, but if I'm using just like like one detail or something, I can't credit like 30 people each time I do my nails. But anyway, here's what this looks like. I loved the pearl accents. I decided to go ahead and throw some caviar beads on the middle of the flower. And after I did that, I realized that I needed to throw some gold caviar beads on the other nails as well. And I do that off camera because I feel like this video was just like super long already. But I really, really love how this turned out. And I know y'all are going to notice that on my thumb, I have one caviar bead that kind of like floated off while it was in the lamp. And I do fix that. I wore it for about an hour or two, and I was like looking at my thumb, and I was like, I literally cannot live with this caviar bead like out of place. Like, it is so bothering me. So I just clipped it off, used some rhinestone glue, and put it back where it belonged. So I ended up doing everything the way that I wanted it to look, and everything turned out great. I am so pleased with this. I really do hope that y'all like found it helpful, found some of the stuff useful. I hope that this video actually gives you the courage to try to do a seashell nail or play around with some 3D sculpting or 3D nails. But that's all I got for y'all today. I did include a couple of pictures at the end with a video outside because I told y'all that I was going to start trying to do that as best as I can. But thank you so much for hanging out. I hope y'all have a great day. I will catch y'all in the next video.